Hi. Um, I just wanted to take a moment to honor the memory of James Mccaffrey, who is an actor and voice actor. And for those who don't know who he is, then perhaps you might recognize this guy. That's right. He was the voice of Max Payne in the Max Payne series. And when it comes to television and films, he was best known for Jimmy Keefe in Rescue Me, Joe Asner and Michael Payton and Viper for season 1 and the final season. Roy and the Truth About Cats and Dogs. Max Swift in Swift Justice. Captain Arthur O'Brien in New York Undercover. And most likely guest appearances on various TV shows and films. And most recently, the only newest work that he ever had was doing the voice of Alex Casey in both Alan Wake 1 and 2, as well as Zachariah Trench in the game Control. And it's unfortunate that today and 2 years ago that we had lost him, and it still hurts like yesterday, quote unquote Max Payne. And sadly, I never got to meet him, but lucky for me, I think he knew about me. And the reason I say that is because I had mentioned him to an actor who is also an acting coach, teacher, and writer named Thomas G. Waits. And they've been close friends since the 80s. I'll tell you that. Taught him everything he knew. And I met him the year before, back in 2023. And I was happy at that moment when I had asked him to send my regards to him as a fan. And he happily accepted. And another actress I had in mind who also knew about him was an actress and voice actress named Wendy Hoopes, who is best known for her 3 characters in the spin-off show Daria as Jane Lane, Quinn and Helen Morgendorfer, and even Mona Sachs in Max Payne 2 and partially 3. And this is what she had to say about James.
You know, one of the very first times I ever worked with James was on Swift Justice, which I think you saw. And he was just the kindest guy. He was so nice to me. And one of my memories is my character was like running into his arms and he hugged me. And I could just tell that he was like one of those nurturing, good actors. And I ran into him not that long ago. Actually, I had an audition pre-COVID, so it was a little while ago. And he just could not have been more of a gentleman and so sweet and kind. And it was so great to see him, and I miss him too. It's really sad that we lost him.
Well, there you go. A surprising fact that Wendy had met James back in sometime in 1995 or 96 or whenever. Um, and it was her very first time to appear on television, and it was her first episodic appearance when it comes to her acting career. And it was right before she did Daria. And surprisingly, she knew him personally, and as she said, he was just a sweetheart of a person, and he was just so nice and kind, very polite, and everyone says that who has worked with him, and even Sam Lake would have to admit that he was a gentleman, and he was glad that he was around at the time when Alan Wake 2 launched and got so many positive reviews and awards. And I, I was surprisingly happy too, because it was most likely my game of the year back in 2023. And it was unfortunate that on December 18th, his agent announced that he tragically passed away while battling cancer, multiple myeloma. And I couldn't believe it, because the minute my older sister's friend sent me the news, I was shocked and I was heartbroken. And I never felt so heartbroken ever since my grandma passed away 10 years ago in 2015. And yeah, it just hit me. And so, a little while later, I had reached out to his wife, Rochelle Bostrom, and I told her how sorry I was for her ultimate loss, and she really appreciated it. And I'd do anything to keep up James McCaffrey's legacy, and I honor his name and by acting and voiceover work and so on and so forth. And I hope to keep on doing more in the future. And other than that, I just wanted to mention James McCaffrey as the legendary and iconic voice of Max Payne. And he is so missed, and wish he was still here with us in this world. And yeah, I would have been lucky to meet him, but at least I was mentioned to him. Especially when he liked my post of the Max Payne 2 20th anniversary. I was happy at that moment. Really. And along with Wendy liking it, and even Kathy Tong, the face model of Mona Sachs. But yeah, I'll continue to keep on cosplaying as Max Payne and whatever else I had in mind. So I'm sure he's still with us in our hearts as well as on the Veil side. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe, hit comment down your favorite memory of James McCaffrey, and like.